I'm Sophie Cummings, I'm the curator here at Swindon Museum and Art Gallery, and I'm surrounded by some of the toys made by Bluebird, who were a Swindon-based toy company in the 1980s and 1990s. People might remember the Big Yellow Teapot and the Big Red Fun Bus, and as Bluebird was a Swindon company and we're the Swindon Museum, we're in the process of expanding our collection of Bluebird toys, bringing a lot of 1980s and 1990s nostalgia to people who might remember these wonderful toys. I think these toys bring back such great nostalgia because we're only going back as far as the 1980s and 1990s. There's a lot of people about who will have remembered these brightly coloured, hard-wearing, fun plastic toys. They were on a lot of children's Christmas wish lists, including mine. These toys reached the height of popularity in the 1980s and 1990s. So Big Yellow Teapot was made at the start of the 1980s and became very popular soon after. Polly Pocket and Mighty Max were made from the 1990s onwards and are now made by Mattel and are still very popular. The public reaction to our project has been brilliant. There's lots of people who remember having these toys but didn't necessarily know that they were connected to Swindon. And there's also a lot of people who used to work for Bluebird Toys over the years who have been sharing their memories of what it was like working for such a great toy company. So far we've had great donations of Big Red Fun Bus, Hamburger Heaven, Polly Pockets, Lucy Locket, as well as photographs of the opening of the Bluebird factory, as well as lots of great memories as well of people's time working for Bluebird. The most iconic Bluebird toys are probably the Big Yellow Teapot and the Big Red Fun Bus. They're these really colourful, hard-wearing plastic toys. You can drop them, you can scribble on them, they survive anything. So 1980s and 1990s toys are very different from what children play with now. Things were incredibly hands-on, very creative, and when you look at things like Big Yellow Teapot, Big Red Fun Bus, these were toys which weren't too pink and blue. Boys and girls could play with them. You could create your own stories, you could mix and match the different pieces. They were incredibly practical, fun toys that you could almost take anywhere with you. So I think there's still a place for toys like this nowadays. Polly Pockets are still made and are incredibly popular. And there's quite a lot of people who still have things like this up in their attic or in the back of a cupboard and are getting them out for their own children and grandchildren to play with. So I think even now there are generations of people who appreciate great toys like these.